morning, students. Good morning, students. Yesterday, we saw the numericals on electric potential. Some 5 numericals were solved. We'll continue the same. Some more important numericals we will solve today also. So, two equal charges, 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb, each are held fixed at a separation of 20 centimeter. A third charge of equal magnitude is placed midway between the two charges. It is moved to a point 20 centimeter from both the charges. How much work is done by the electric field during the process? Okay. So two equal charges. 2 equal charges. 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7, and other is also 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7. Equal charges, each held fixed at separation of 20 centimeter. 20 centimeter, I say it as 0.2 meter. 20 centimeter, we say it as 0.2 meter. These two are held at a distance of 0.2 meter. A third charge of equal magnitude is placed in the midway of these two. In the midway of these two, a third charge of equal magnitude. How much it is? 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb. Okay. Between the, it is now moved to a point 20 centimeter from both the charges. From here to a distance of 20 centimeter, from here to a distance of 20 centimeter. In the sense, it is almost like an equatorial triangle. This is 20 centimeter. In the sense, I can write it as 0.2 meter, and this side is also 0.2 meter. It is moved to a point which is 20 centimeter from both these charges. In a sense, it is moved like this to this point. It is moved in this way. If I say this as A, this as B, this as C, let us consider this as D. So, what is a test charge 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb is moved from D to C, and they are asking us to find what amount of work is to be done to move it from D to C. So for that, as you know, we have to find out what is the potential at D due to A and B, and also what is the potential at C due to A and C we have to find out. Okay. So what is the potential at D due to A? Potential at D due to A. It is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught charge QA divided by AD. What is the potential at D due to B? Is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. It is QB. What is this distance? Distance is BD. This is equal to, it is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Charge is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 divided by this total length is 0.2, but it is in the midway, in the sense this is 0.1 meter and also this is 0.1 meter. This is our 0.1. Same thing here also. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. It is QB charge. QB charge is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7. What is the value of this BD? BD is 0.1. So potential at D is equal to VDB plus VA plus VD. This is equal to, I will take 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught common. So it is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 by 0.1 plus 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 by 0.1. Okay, so this is 0.1 means like 10 to the power of minus 1. If it goes up, it will be 10 to the power of minus 6. So it will be 9 into 10 to the power of 9, 2 into 10 to the power of 10 to the power of minus 6 plus 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So it is 10 to the power of minus 6. If you take a common, it is 4 into 9, it is 36 into, it is minus 6 and this is 9. 36 into 10 to the power of plus 3 volt is the potential at D. Potential at D is 36 into 10 to the power of 3 volt. Okay. Next, similarly, we will find out potential at C. Potential at C is potential at C due to A plus potential at C due to B. This is equal to, it is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. It is QA divided by AC plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. It is a charge QB. QB. How far it is? This is BC. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, if you take common, what is QA value? It is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 divided by, this separation is 0.2. So QB is also 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7. BC value is 0.2. Okay. So this is 0.1. This is 0.1. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, it is 10 to the power of minus 6. If you write it as 1 into 10 to the power of minus 6 plus 1 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So this is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. 10 to the power of minus 6 if we take common. So what it will be here? 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6. In essence, it is 18 into 10 to the power of minus 6 volt. So VC is 18 into 10 to the power of minus 6. And VD we got it as 36 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So we have to move from here to here. From here to here we have to move. Which is at higher potential? This is at higher potential. Which is at lower potential? This is VC is at lower potential. Okay, so VD minus VC is equal to our formula W. It will be D if it is D is more, C is, so it is WCD by Q naught. VD minus VC is equal to WCD by Q naught. If you want, I want from D to C. From D to C you want. So D to C if you want, how it will be? It is VC minus VD. VC minus VD, then work done will be D to C. Because we want from D to C. Therefore, VC minus VD is equal to W D into C. So work done from D to C is equal to Q naught VC minus VD. So this Q naught, what is our test charge? Test charge is also, it is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7. What is our VC? It is 18 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Minus VD. VD value is, sorry, this is 10 to the power of 9 and this is 10 to the power of 3. So 18 into 10 to the power of 3. So here minus 36 into 10 to the power of 3. So it is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7. What is left out is minus 18 into 10 to the power of, this will be minus 18 into 10 to the power of plus 3. So this will be 36 into 10 to the power of minus 7 plus 3 is minus 4. This is the, so WDC is 36 into, in fact you will get here minus 36 into 10 to the power of minus 4 joule of amount you have to So sixth question. Sixth question. Calculate the voltage needed to balance an eye drop carrying 10 electrons when located between the plates of a capacitor which are 5 millimeter apart. G is equal to 10 meter per second square. The mass of the iron drop is 3 into 10 to the power of minus 16 kg. Calculate the voltage needed to balance eye drop carrying 10 electrons. So 10 electrons. Q is equal to N into E. There are 10 electrons. 10 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. This is charge of it. So we have this eye drop which has a charge, this Q. So on this, what are the forces acting on it? Weight of this is acting in the downward direction. Weight of this eye drop is acting in the downward direction. So if it is to be balanced, there should be a electric force which is acting in this direction, because weight is acting like this. There should be a force which is acting in the upward direction. What is the force? What is the force if E is the electric field? How much it will be? Q into E. Q into E. This much of force has to be in the upward direction. Then only if this mg is equal to this QE, weight of the drop is equal to force, electric force. If these two are equal, then only this charge will get balance. Okay, so in the sense I can write it as QE is equal to mg. Then only this charge will be stationary. This charge will be stationary. It is a negative charge. Electrons it is. Electrons means there should be positive charge like this, which is attracting it, whereas this will be negative charge. So this is attracting, since it is negative charge, electrons it is attracting towards it. So whereas this is repelling, so such an electric field has set up. So to balance this QE must be equal to mg. If they would have given electric field, then it is very easy. Or if they ask electric field to us, it would have been very easy. But they are asking us to find out the voltage. So we know E is equal to dV by dr. Of course, negative sign which shows the potential gradient is inverse of this. But magnitude wise, if we go, no need to go for that minus sign when we are going only magnitude of it. So here I can write it as this is for very small change in voltage with respect to small change in distance. So this I can write it as V by R. For little larger distance, I can write it as V by R. Okay. So in place of E, I will substitute it is V by R is equal to mg. So here V is equal to mg R by Q. They are asking us to find out the potential voltage between these two. So it is mg dr by q. If you substitute these values, mass they are given. Mass they have given. It is 3 into 10 to the power of minus 16. They have asked us to find, take 10. Okay. Then separation between these, they have given this as 5 millimeter. Separation between these two, they have given it as 5 millimeter. So which is nothing but 5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 whole divided by 10 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. 1.6 into 10 to the power of 10 into this, I can write it as minus 18. So if we calculate this value, it is coming out as 975 volt. So this potential is coming out as 9.375 volt. Next, seventh one, based on E is equal to dV by dr only. The electric potential at a point is given by V is equal to, it is 3x y plus 5y square z plus 7z square x. 3x square y plus 5y square z plus 7z square x. Find the magnitude of the electric field at point 3 to 1. At point 3 to 1. Okay. So at this point, they have asked us to find the electric field. They have given this potential. What is the formula? E is equal to minus dV by at different coordinates when it is given, the same expression we can write it as E is equal to minus dV by dx. Along in the x coordinate, what is the electric field? E is equal to minus dV by dx. Along the, this I write it as dx. Along the y coordinate, minus dV by dy. Along the z coordinate, Ez is equal to minus dV by dx. Ez is equal to minus dV by dz. So this expression we can write in the three different coordinates. Along the x-axis, how the formula will change? It is minus dV by dx. Along y, it is dy is equal to minus dV by dy. Along z-axis, it is Ez is equal to minus dV by dz. So you find out the values of the electric field along each coordinate. Ex first. Ex is equal to minus d by dx of, what is our v? V is 3x square y plus 5y square z plus 7z square x. This will be minus of, what is this? Differentiation of x square will be 2x. 2x into 3 is 6x y. It is differentiation of x square is 2x. 2x into 3 is 6x plus y. No x term in this, therefore it will be 0. Plus, so only one x term is there, so it is 7z square. 7z square. So Ex is equal to, so it is minus of 6xy plus 0 plus 7z square. If we substitute the coordinates of this given, so this is on this x coordinate, y, z. At this point, we have to find out the electric field. If you substitute those values there, in place of x, if you substitute 3, in place of y, if you substitute 2, in place of z, if you substitute 1. So how it will be? So it is minus 6 into x is 3, y is 1, plus this is 0, plus 7, z value is 1, so 1 square. Okay, so if you substitute here in this, will be 18 plus 7. This y is 2 there. So y is 2. So y is 2 means it will be 6 into 3. 18 into this, it will be 36. 36 plus this 7 will be minus 43 electric field Newton per meter. Okay. So similarly, if you find out the value of Ey, if you find out the value of Ey, differentiating this with respect to y, d by dy into 3x square y plus 5y square z plus 7z square into x. So Ey is equal to, in fact minus will be there, minus. So here y term, this is 3x square plus differentiation of y, 2y, here 2y into this 5, it is 10z, into 5, 10z, plus, so this term is 0. So if you substitute this, minus 3, x value is 3 square plus 10 into, so this last term is 0, minus, so it is 3 square, 3 square is 9, 9 into 3 is 27, 27 plus 10, this will be minus 37 Newton. So here also we have y into z, 10 into 10y into z. So this y is 2, z is 1. So this is 20, 20 in the sense this will be, differentiate here 5y square z, it will be 10y into z. 10y into z. So therefore it is a 10 into 2 into 1. So it will be minus 47. So Ez. So differentiation of differentiation of 3x square y plus 5y square z plus 7z square x. So this is minus. There is no z term here, it is 0. Plus, it is differentiation of this z, so just we have 5y square plus 7z square. Z square differentiation is 2z. 2z into 7 is 14. It is 14z into x. So this will be minus of 5 into y square. Y square is 2 square plus 14 z is 1, then x is 3. So you will get here this as minus 62 Newton per. So Ez value is this, Ex value, Ey value and Ez value. So now the resultant E, I'll find out here, resultant E will be square root of Ex square plus Ey square plus Ez square. Resultant E. So electric field at that point 3 to 1 will be resultant of these two, or they are perpendicular. Resultant of those two is Ex square plus Ey square plus Ez square. Square root of Ex square plus Ey square plus Ez square. Substitute these values there. In place of Ex minus 43 whole square minus 47 whole square. So 62 whole square minus 62 whole square. If you substitute in this, you will get the last value as 88.9 Newton per. So this will be your final value at 3 to 1. What is the electric field? It is 88.9 Newton per meter, or even with this you can write it as voltage per meter also. Coulomb effect. This will be Newton per Coulomb. Newton per Coulomb. Eighth question. Two electrons, each moving with velocity of 10 to the power of 6 meter per second, are released towards each other. What will be the closest distance of approach between them? So this closest distance of approach, I think you have studied in Rutherford's alpha scattering experiment. Rutherford's alpha scattering experiment, distance of closest approach, what it is? If this is in Rutherford alpha scattering experiment, we have used gold foil. This is a gold nucleus. So in general, I will take this nucleus as Ze. What is the charge of the nucleus? Z denotes the atomic number there. So E. So what he has done there? An alpha particle. He has triggered with some velocity. An alpha particle. He has triggered with some velocity. With some velocity, or I can say with some kinetic energy, he has triggered. See, this is also positive charge, and this is also positive charge. Since we have given some velocity to this, some kinetic energy to this stationary nucleus, in alpha scattering experiment, stationary gold foil. In the sense, I am saying, taking it as a gold nucleus, and an alpha particle we have triggered here. So this is positive, this is also positive. So what happens here? This alpha particle comes because it has got kinetic energy. So because of the kinetic energy, it is approaching it. Since continuously it is repelling, what has happened? This kinetic energy, what we have given, it continuously get converted into potential energy. Continuously, the kinetic energy get converted into potential energy. At one point, what happens? Though we have given kinetic energy here, here no potential energy, only kinetic energy. So this kinetic energy goes on decreasing. At the same time, potential energy goes on decreases. At one point, what happens? All the kinetic energy get converted into potential energy. So at that point, this alpha particle will stop. It does not have any more kinetic energy. All the kinetic energy it has converted into potential energy because of the repulsion. So we have given some energy here. To what extent that energy is there in that? So this will move. Once it loses all its energy, what happens? So this will return back. It will return back. That's what we are seeing in the Rutherford's alpha scattering experiment. This alpha particle, since we have given kinetic energy to that alpha particle, it has gone very close to the gold nucleus. It has gone very close to the gold nucleus. This kinetic energy, what we have given to the alpha particle, so it is continuously get converted into potential energy because of this. But at one point, what happens? All its kinetic energy get converted into potential energy. There it stops. There it stops. And this distance, this separation between these two, this separation we say as distance of closest approach. Distance of closest approach. So almost similar question we have here. So here, rather than nucleus and particle, we have two electrons here. Two electrons. This is one electron which is approaching. There is other electron which is the two electrons are approaching each other. We have given some velocity and energy we have given to these two charges. they have given a velocity of 10 to the power of 6 meter per second to this, and also 10 to the power of 6 meter per second to this also. Okay, the two electrons are moving with this velocity. They have got kinetic energy in them. Because of that, they are approaching each other. But continuously, as we have seen here, the kinetic energy get converted into, because this is positive, this here positive, the kinetic energy get converted into potential energy. So here also the kinetic energy what we have given, that kinetic energy get converted into potential energy. There by moving, they are coming very close to one another. They have lost all their kinetic energy. Kinetic energy has converted into potential energy. So where they are going to stop. So this is their distance of closest approach. This is their distance of closest approach. Okay, so from the law of conservation of energy, what it is? The kinetic energy of these two charges is converted into potential energy. Kinetic energy of these two charges is converted into potential energy. What it is? Kinetic energy of the first electron 1/2 mv square plus 1/2 other electron 1/2 mv square. No need to take the directions are opposite to one another. No need to take one positive and negative, because it is a scalar quantity. Energy is a scalar quantity. What is the total kinetic energy of this system? We are taking the total kinetic energy of this system is 1/2 mv square plus 1/2 mv square. So this kinetic energy has converted into 1/4 pi epsilon naught. Potential energy it has converted. So charge of E, divided by how far? If we take this as distance of this approach as R0, we can take this as so substitute these values. They are asking us to find out this value of R0. So it is half mv square. Half mv square is mv square. mv square it is whereas this is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. It is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 whole divided by even you can take since negative charges we have to take here, since potential is a scalar quantity, this minus becomes its whole square. So mass of the electron, velocity of the electron, it is 10 to the power of 6 whole square. 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 whole square. So this R0 we have to find out. Calculate for R0. So we get this value as 2.53 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. So this value of R naught, if you calculate, we get it as 2.53 into 10 to the power of minus 10. The next question is a simple ninth question. Find the amount of work done in a rotating an electric dipole of dipole moment. P is equal to how much they given? It is 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 8 coulomb per meter. P is 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 8 coulomb meter. From its position of stable equilibrium, okay, to the position of unstable equilibrium, to stable equilibrium, to the position of unstable equilibrium in the uniform electric field. What is electric field? E is equal to, it is 10 to the power of 4 Newton per coulomb. 10 to the power of 4 Newton per coulomb is our electric field. So stable equilibrium, what is? From stable initial is theta 1 is equal to 0. When it is stable equilibrium, already I discussed. Unstable equilibrium, theta 2 is equal to 180 degree. Theta 1 is equal to 0 degree. Here unstable equilibrium is theta 2 is 180 degree. So how it is? Already we have seen that if this is our electric field, so this side we will have positive charges, this side we will have negative charges. So stable equilibrium, how it will be? Stable equilibrium. So this side it is positive, this side it is negative. This is our stable equilibrium where theta 1 is equal to 0. Our unstable equilibrium, how it is? If it is this is our electric field. How will we have? So if this side positive charges, this side negative charges. Unstable equilibrium towards positive, there will be positive. Towards negative, there will be negative. You understand? This is unstable. Towards positive, there is positive. Towards negative, there is. Then the dipole don't want to be at this position, so that is unstable. So whereas the positive charges are attracted by the negative charges and negative charges, so always the dipole want to be at this position. So that is why it is stable. Theta 1 is equal to 0 and theta 2 is equal to 1. So our formula is amount of work done is equal to PE cos theta 1 minus cos theta. So all the values you know there. It is P value they are given as 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 8. E value is 10 to the power of 4. Cos theta 1 is 0 minus cos theta 2 is 180. From stable to unstable they are moving. So it is 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 4. Cos 0 is 1 minus of this value is minus 1. So this is 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 4 into it is 6.4 into 10 to the power of minus 4 is the amount of work done to move that dipole from stable state to unstable state. To rotate from stable state to unstable state. To rotate it, what amount of work we have to do? So what is the 10th question? 10th question. What is the electrostatic energy of the charge configuration shown in figure? So this is our diagram. So Q1, or they have mentioned there, you can see Q1 is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 8 coulomb. 1 into 10 to the power of minus 8 coulomb. Then the other is minus 2 into 10 to the power of minus 8 coulomb. Then Q3 is 3 into 10 to the power of minus 8 coulomb. So, and Q4 is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 8 coulomb. If I say this as A, this as B, C, and this is D. They are given these values are A, B. In fact, they are not mentioned in that. You take this A value as, just write down there, this value, you take it as A as 1 meter. A as 1 meter, just to take there, it is not mentioned in it. A value, you take it as 1 meter. So, you are bringing these charges from infinity to this point. So for that, you have done work. And that work is stored as energy. That work is stored as energy. So we have found the expression for a 3 charge system, 2 charge system and 3 charge system we have found, but this becomes a 4 charge system. I have given the general expression for the electric potential energy. By using that, a 4 charge system you have to find out. How it is? I mentioned the expression for this. U is equal to 1 by 4 by epsilon naught. Okay. So this is QA. QB divided by AB plus, so QA and QC, QA, QC by AC plus QA, QD by, right, plus we have to see B. So it will be from B to C and B to D. One you are writing QB into QB into QC divided by BC plus QB into QD divided by BD. But you should not repeat once again QB and QA. You have taken QAB. There should not be repetition once again QB and QA. You should not repeat here. Okay. Then next, from C. So from C to D, QC, QD by, this is C. From C to B, already it is there. You should not repeat. From C to A, already it is there. You should not repeat. Okay. Then from D, we have from D to C. Okay. From D, from D to A, already it is there. So no, once again, you need not to repeat them. So this becomes your formula for potential energy for a 4 charge system. For a 4 charge system, it is 1 by 4 by epsilon naught QAB by AB plus QAC by AC, QAD by AD, QBC by BC, QBD by BD, QCD by C. So this becomes your expression for 4 charge system. Now substitute the values of A, B, C, D. Very important. B you should take as a negative only. Negative you should carry. Wherever B is there, you should carry the negative value. Wherever B is there, the negative value of the charge you should carry there. Substitute all these values. Take this, all this. You will get this as answer as 6.36 into 10 to the power of minus 7 joule. Substitute all the values. This AB, this distance, you take it as 1. Okay, whereas AC value already we have seen, this value is root 2 times of A. Substitute that in this. So this value is also root 2 times of A. So A value, you take this. So wherever BD is there, you can substitute root 2 there. AC is there, you can substitute root 2 times of A. So AD, AB, BC, all of this as 1 and substitute all this. Find out the expression. You will get the expression as you will get the answer as minus 6.36 into 10 to the power of 7. Okay, so that's the completion of the numericals there. So in the tomorrow's class, we'll see the next theory part of the remaining chapter.